Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravos Restaurant Bar, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Co-work, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. This is our morning get-together live here on Facebook, where we take a look at news from our city, state, and country. We take a look at your comments, ideas, and suggestions. We put all this information to good use as a community of English-speaking locals looking to connect with our city, with each other, with the best that is available here in Puerto Vallarta. I am happy to see you today. It is Wednesday, February 5th. Yesterday was a curious day because we ended the broadcast rather abruptly because just as we were saying goodbye, the internet went down. And I was like a little distressed. And even before I could think of thinking what is my next step going to be, I got a telephone call and a nice repairman from Telmex was downstairs ready to tackle my needs. He came up, took a look at the installation. I got a new modem, but my speed is still a little wonky. So hopefully they're going to continue diagnosing the situation, and hopefully we'll be able to have an interruption-free connection today. Why? Well, because we don't like interruptions in general, and in particular because we have a ton of excellent news to share today. So I'm going to go right into our news section. But before we do that, as always, if you have an important comment that you wish for us to showcase or highlight, just add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment. If you want a nice little friendly welcome to the cluster because you're watching live for the first time, or if you need a hug, just write a capital letter N as in new, and we'll give you a nice little welcome. Here's what we have for news today. The federal government has announced the start of construction of the final stage of the Puerto Vallarta Guadalajara highway with the installation of an elevated bridge that will connect with the Puerto Vallarta International Airport and facilitate southbound access to Francisco Medina Asensio Avenue. In addition, there will be interventions in the 41st Military Zone and in the reserve area with trees adjacent to the airport. And the good news is that despite the infrastructure needs, the government has reaffirmed its commitment to protecting the environment. As a side note, we know that the new airport extension won't be ready until next year, but that overpass that allows drivers exiting from the new highway and wanting to head directly southbound into Puerto Vallarta is desperately needed. So it's a good thing to see that construction has already started. And, when you gotta go, you gotta go. And when there's nowhere to go, unfortunately, some people out there have developed the bad habit of simply going wherever they are. Juan Pablo Martinez, one of the new city managers, has announced that maintaining the downtown area clean at all times is essential. And to that effect, the manager has announced that 3 to 4 public restrooms will be installed in El Centro area, and that these new facilities will be open to the public 24 hours, so that if you have to go, well, at least you'll be able to go where you can go, or so we hope. And meanwhile, Mayor Munguía is delivering on his promise of installing 36 domes, one per month, in public schools in need of better infrastructure. The first school to benefit from this program is the Morelos y Pavón Elementary School, which is located within Pitillal. So again, it's nice to see that this is happening. And this morning, Mayor Munguía spoke out in favor of the land recently donated to the government being used to continue the linear park on the Pitillal River. This issue will have to be, of course, reviewed in the area of municipal strategic projects. But he was quoted by saying, although I personally see an issue in the proposed configuration. Oh no, let me quote that again. I don't see an issue in the proposed configuration of using it as a free space for recreation and as a linear park. Of course, this has to do with that piece of land that was recently gifted to the city right across from Plaza Peninsula. And because it's right next to the linear park, hopefully it will be maintained as a public green space. And some sad news that I do want to report. This Wednesday, as in today, preschool, primary, and secondary school teachers from Puerto Vallarta and the region will go on strike to protest the non payment of salaries of various teachers who have not received their salaries since September 2024. Although the teachers will show up at their respective schools, they will not teach classes in solidarity with their affected colleagues. Unfortunately, the article does not go into much detail as to why the teachers are not getting paid, so we don't know why these unionized teachers have been neglected, and hopefully the situation will be resolved amicably. And last but not least, on this first block, yesterday was National Lifeguard Day, and Mayor Munguía announced the installation of lifeguard towers at strategic points on the beach in Vallarta. This is so that members of the corporation can perform their work better and to provide more security to bathers. These will be duly equipped lifeguard towers with the aim of ensuring that the beaches are well cared for, he said in an interview with the media. The towers will be strategically installed in a project that includes 12 towers in total, and it will be part of a surveillance system throughout the necessary vacation season. And those are the news that we have for the first block. Let us take a quick look at our weather forecast just to see what's going on out there. And Snarky Weather says, oh, I don't think so. Today is a perfect day to get hopelessly addicted to casino slot machines. Nope, that is not going to happen, at least not in my book or in my watch. It is 23 degrees out there right now. Humidity is at 66%. And our weather forecast for today indicates that we can expect clear skies throughout the day with a high of 28 and a low of 16. Then tomorrow, Thursday, will be a humid day with clear skies throughout the day with a high of 28 and a low of 16. And finally, Friday, we can expect clear skies throughout the day with a high of 28 and a low of 16. And that is our weather forecast for today. I want to start our second half of the broadcast with a big, what am I trying to say? A big bouquet of appreciation. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Our friend Denise Deramay, whose team oversees Banderas News, has been the first media outlet today to kindly amplify news about the new Hands-On Vallarta Volunteer Fair that we announced just a few days ago. I sent a press release to Denise, and she graciously printed it. So on behalf of Angela Kelleher and myself, the organizers of this new event, we are deeply grateful to Banderas News for including this in their offerings, in their website. Of course, we'll share with you the link to this press release. And of course, we already have a calendar event on Facebook that has all the information about the new Hands-On Vallarta Volunteering Fair for English-speaking locals and their Spanish-speaking friends. The date, of course, is February 22nd, and presently we are busy trying to get organizations aware of the fact that this is happening. We will be focusing our promotional efforts in making sure the audience is there to connect with the organizations in a few days. But first, we want to make sure that all the organizations know that they are welcome to submit their registration form. And once again, we'll have all that information available in today's show notes. And of course, whenever we find an excuse to go to Guadalajara, we want to share that with everyone. And because this may require some planning, if you want to go, I wanted to share information about Guadalajara's upcoming Light Festival, which will take place on February 12 to 16 in the city's historic downtown area. For 4 nights, attendees will have the opportunity to enjoy giant projections, mapping shows, illuminated sculptures, artistic presentations, and immersive experiences that fuse technology and visual art. And of course, if that sounds like I am making that up, I am not, because I have been there. I was there. I can't remember if it was the last year or the year before, but it was a lot of fun. It happens at night. So you go out and there's all these installations in a predefined route that you walk from Museo Cabañas back to where the main church is, or vice versa. And it's all free and it is absolutely stunning. So I will leave you with both the news item that I just talked about and also the official Facebook page for the festival in case you want to skip over to Guadalajara and check it out. I also have a great, oh my goodness, a great history of synergy that I want to share with you. I love awesome synergy when it happens. So here's the story. First of all, here's my dear friend and Coffee and Headlines community partner, Stan Wagner of Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback. As you know, his practice is within Rancho Ojo de Agua, which is located in Colonia Aralias. I took this photo of him right after my latest neurofeedback session, and which has been really, really wonderful for me. And Stan is also a regular presence in my music appreciation presentations, which I am deeply grateful for. And knowing that there is office space available for rental as part of the services offered at the Joint Boutique Hotel and Co-work, he's announcing a satellite operation at the Joint on the Thursdays in which I am offering music appreciation presentations. What that means, and he's actually even created a special page in his website, is that if you want to experience neurofeedback and you are in Colonia, Emiliano Zapata, or thereabouts, you can experience neurofeedback at the Joint on the Thursdays in which I am doing music appreciation presentations. So he created this awesome landing page in his website in which you can see when it is available and you can sign up for the sessions. They are half an hour each, and it is a great deal. I'm just grateful that Stan had the vision to create this, partnering with the Joint and indirectly partnering with me, bringing more people to the Joint, bringing more people to my music appreciation. So I love it when stuff like that happens. And of course, you can connect with him and you can connect with me if you want to tomorrow for Bring a Tissue, which is ready. I just need to wrap up a couple of details. And once again, I don't want to sugarcoat this. It's going to be sad, mournful, introspective, hopefully healing. And because, it's part of the feels that you get when you listen to certain pieces of music. So be courageous, bring a tissue, and please join us. And of course, speaking of joining us, this afternoon we have the Spotlight Live, and you're welcome to watch from home or you're welcome to watch from the Joint. And this will be at 4 o'clock. We are going to welcome Beth Birth, whose name I keep butchering, and I'm dying to meet her so that I can make sure that that I can pronounce her name properly. She handles medical services at a local hospital, so it'll be interesting to see what I believe it's San Marais, Samurai Hospital. It'll be interesting to see what they bring to the table. And of course, Amy Armstrong, our dear friend Amy, is going to be there talking about a fundraiser that she's going to perform benefiting Casa Esperanza Women's Shelter fundraiser. This is all happening today at 4 o'clock at the Joint Boutique Hotel, and I can't wait. Okay, so let's see what we have. We have comments and we have good mornings, and I appreciate all of them. Good morning, everyone that is checking in. Betsy, good morning from Emiliano Zapata. I know you're heading places, so I hope you will have a safe journey whenever you head out of the city. Let's see what else we have. Bathrooms are good news. Yes, Michael, I concur with you. It's been a problem that has been a situation here in Puerto Vallarta for some time. And, being a restroom frequent flyer myself, I know that it can be challenging. If you are going around Puerto Vallarta and all of a sudden you need to go, some businesses are more friendly than others in letting you use their public restrooms. And it's nice to see that the city is doing something about that. Good morning, Peggy Nelson. Of course, Peggy is the president of the International Friendship Club. It is so good to see you. See, I get all smiley when I see you and even tip the microphone, which I shouldn't. It's been so much fun to learn more and more about all the wonderful things that the International Friendship Club is doing in town. It is absolutely awesome. Let's see what else. And I love the fact that Michael is cheering all the news items that we have. Lifeguard towers are great news. Yes, they are. And let's see what else we have. Oh, dear. Fair is in March. Oh, Dale, I constantly make mistakes about this. The question is, did I say that it was in another month, or did I print that it was in another month? The fair is in March. If I said February by mistake, my bad. If I put it in February on the calendar event, I'll check it out immediately. What is Q? Fair. I believe we just mentioned it. It's our joint boutique. Hold on, let me put up the graphics that I put together just so I make sure that this is okay. So it says here March 22nd, and that is when it is. So if at some point I said February, it is March. So there you have it. Let's see what else. Patrick asks, will you be doing something in March for your show anniversary? Then this is, of course, the 1-year anniversary for the Spotlight. I know that we're having an anniversary. I don't know exactly how to commemorate it. I'm still struggling with how to spread news about the Spotlight. We have a lot of demand for interviews, and a lot of interesting people are coming, but it's challenging to find ways to promote it properly. So I've been doing a lot of thinking about it, and hopefully I will come up with better ideas as to how to alert people that it is happening. One of the things that I did, you may or may not have noticed, in the show notes, there's now an icon on the right-hand side column where you can click and go to the YouTube playlist that has all the back interviews in case you want to connect with some of the interviewees we've had the pleasure of connecting with in the past. If you have any thoughts, ideas, comments, or suggestions to that effect, it would be really appreciated. Oh, Patrick says, what about for coffee and headlines? My goodness, I have not even thought about that either, but you're right. Our anniversary for coffee and headlines is also coming up in March. Um, so I'll think about what we're going to do this year that is different from what we've done in past years. You are correct. Our anniversary is coming up at the end of March. And thank you, Dale. I get all nervous when my brain says one thing and then my mouth says another. It's happening a lot to me lately, unfortunately. Uh, but that's what happens when you start aging, I suppose. And I'm just going to do one of these. So I think this is all that we have for today. So, as usual, I thank you for joining me for another broadcast. And da 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 da. And I thank you for spreading news about everything that we're doing. And I thank you particularly for spreading news about the volunteer fair. This won't be possible if we don't get enough nonprofits that are ready and enthusiastically able to share information about their volunteering opportunities. And it won't be possible without enough people attending and connecting with them. So any mention that you make goes a long way and is deeply, deeply appreciated. So with that said, it's time to go. I got to get ready for the spotlight today. And of course, wrapping up preparations for tomorrow's presentation. So I hope you'll have an amazing day. Maybe I'll see you this afternoon, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a good one.